Hi everyone, I'm Tom and today I'm going to be playing Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. This is a cooperative deck building game and I am going to be starting with game 3 here. The game is organised really nicely. I'll just show you the box actually. Without showing off any of the secrets inside, the box will have a couple of cards out, maybe the starting decks for things, and everything will be organised into these boxes game by game. And it does a really, really nice job of introducing the game to you bit by bit, and at the same time, kind of telling the story of, the Harry Potter books. Well, the films. It's all art from the films that you'll see. So it starts out in game 1 as a very, very, very basic deck builder, and bit by bit, it will introduce new rules, new cards, and all sorts of things as you play along in the game. It does recommend in the rulebook, if you are familiar with a deck builder, you should start at game 3. And that's what I'm going to be playing today, because game 1, to be honest, there is not very much going on at all. Even game 3, I think, is quite simple as a deck builder goes, but I'm going to start here because it's a good example. So the first thing that happens is our old character cards get replaced with more updated ones for the year that they're in, and they get an ability. See, the basic card just has a little quote from the character. Now in year 3, we've got abilities that can trigger if we do certain things. I'm playing as Harry and Hermione, so Hermione gets the same. She gets upgraded and she has an ability as well. And we can get stuck into the game. So we have the main board here. We have the Hogwarts section, which has the cards that we can buy. So it's got spells and allies and items. And then we have the main board section. We have these locations. Our job is to stop the enemies, controlling these locations. They'll control it if they get a certain number of dark marks on the location. And we have 3 locations in the game. If they control all 3 locations, then we are done for. We have the dark arts cards, and at the beginning of every turn, the player has to turn one of these over and resolve the effect. And then we have the villains. In games 1 and 2, you just have one villain at a time. And in game 3, you start getting 2 villains at a time. So we just draw 2. Everything gets shuffled up. Everything that was in game 1 gets shuffled up with the new game 2 cards. And it does lead to some strange things thematically anyway, like Quirrell. If you've seen the film or read the book, Quirrell shouldn't be in year 3. But these are the first 2 that have come out, and they will have an effect that lasts as long as they are active. So on your turn, you're just going to lose a health because Quirrell's out. And for Tom Riddle, if you have an ally in your hand, for every single one, you have to choose to either lose 2 health or discard a card. We get a reward if we defeat them. This is their health. They've both got 6. And I think that's all we need to know, really, to get started. So Harry will go first. So you need to draw a hand of 5 cards. And there's 10 in your starting decks. Decks are always the same throughout all of the games. So we have Alohomora is gain of money. And then we have some more interesting cards here. So this symbol is for damage. This symbol is for health, like your health. We start off with 10. And that is the symbol for money there. So let's look at the turn order. Everybody's got one of these. First thing you do, reveal and resolve a Dark Arts event card. So we come over to the deck, and I have got Hand of Glory. Active hero loses a health, and add a dark mark to the location. So the Hogwarts Express has got its first control marker on it. And next, we have to come to Quirrell. I lose another health, so I'm on 8 now. And for Tom Riddle, I have an ally in my hand. I have Hedwig. So I have to discard a card or lose 2 more health. I think I will discard... I'll discard Firebolt for now, which is a shame because it's some damage, but I would like to have at least 3 to be able to buy some nice cards. So now you play the cards, and you can just do it in a normal deck building way and just remember the things that you're gaining. But there is another great thing for maybe younger players or people that are new to these types of games. You play the card and then you pick one, gain 2 health, which you just slide your marker up, or gain a damage. And you can get a token. You've got tons of these tokens for damage and money, and you put it in your player area there. They only last until the end of a turn, as in standard deck builders. But it's a really nice way of keeping track of what's going on if, as I say, it's you're playing with people newer to these games. And then I've got 3 Alohamoras, so I gain 3 money. And even if, as the game goes on as well, and there's more going on, it's sometimes nice to grab these tokens and kind of sort it out in your head what you're doing with everything. So I've got 1 damage that can be assigned to either of the enemies, and I don't like either of them. But let's start assigning damage to Tom Riddle. So I've done 1 damage to Tom Riddle now, and I have 3 money, which I will spend. Let's see, what can I afford with 3? I can either get Quidditch gear, which is gain a damage and heal 1 health, or I could get Wingardium Leviosa, which is gain a money, and on a turn when you have this card, you can put items you acquire on top of your deck instead of in your discard pile, and that can be very useful later on. If your deck starts getting huge, there is no way in this game of trashing cards or thinning out your deck, so it doesn't seem like a great card to start with, but there can be situations where you'd want it. So Harry's going to buy a Quidditch gear, and it goes in his discard pile. And then we reveal something new for Hogwarts, and it's Hagrid. So that is Harry's turn. I forgot to go through the turn order, but we resolved villain abilities, we played Hogwarts cards, and took our actions. Then end your turn, discard any remaining cards and tokens, and draw 5 new cards. Because the cards you draw might affect things that happen. So your next hand is the rest of your deck. And so Harry's got 4 Alohomora, and he's got the invisibility cloak. And this is what I mean by you need your hand ready, because now, if Harry was to be dealt any damage by dark arts events or villains, he can't take more than 1 at a time, which is a nice ability to have while he has the invisibility cloak in his hand. So Hermione, she should already have her hand of 5 out. So she's got Crookshanks, and 3 Alohamoras, and her Time Turner. So the first thing Hermione needs to do is draw a Dark Arts card, and Poison. All heroes choose 1, discard an ally, or lose 2 health. So, does Hermione want to lose Crookshanks? Because if you haven't got the ally, you haven't got the option. You have to lose the health. So she could lose Crookshanks, or she could take the damage. I think she'll take 2 damage for now. And Harry, he has to take the damage because he doesn't have an ally, but thanks to the invisibility cloak, he only takes 1 damage. So then villain abilities, Quirrell makes Hermione lose another health, and Tom Riddle means that because she's got an ally, she needs to discard a card or lose 2 more health. I think she's going to discard 1 of her Alohamoras. So now we can work it out again. She's got 1 damage from Crookshanks, or she could heal 2. She's only got 7 health now, but I think she is going to do another damage to Tom Riddle because we might as well stick with what we started. And then, thanks to the 2 Alohamoras and the Time Turner, she has 3 money, and if she buys a spell, it can go on top of her deck. Okay, so with her 3 money, Hermione can either get Quidditch gear the same as Harry did, or she could get Wingardium Leviosa, and it could go on top of her deck thanks to the Time Turner. But I think we'd like to build up some more damage, I think, so she'll get some Quidditch gear as well. And the new card that comes out is Butterbeer. Any 2 heroes each gain a money and a health. And that's it. So it's back to Harry. He draws a Dark Arts card. He who must not be named. Add a marker to the location. So there's 2 on there now. And for the villain abilities, he doesn't have an ally, so he doesn't have to worry about Tom Riddle's ability. Quirrell makes him lose another health. And it's down to his turn. He has got no damage in his hand, but he has got 5 money. So he could get Expecto Patronum, which is deal a damage and remove a marker from a location. Or he could get Hagrid, gain a damage and everybody heals 1. I think he's going to get Expecto Patronum. And the new card that comes out is Forks. And this lets you choose between either gain 2 damage or everybody heals 2. And he costs 5. And now he's gone through his deck. Harry's going to have to shuffle and draw 5. So he's got Hedwig and 4 Alohamoras there. I didn't actually draw Hermione's. I don't think she's got cards that matter when it's not her turn. She has got 4 Alohamoras and the Tales of Beedle the Bard. So she needs to draw a Dark Arts card. And Hand of Glory, active hero loses a health, add a marker to the location. So Hermione is down to 6, and we put a marker on the Hogwarts Express. So resolve villain abilities, she doesn't have an ally, so she's okay, but she does lose another health thanks to Quirrell. But now we get to do Hermione's action, because she is going to play 4 spells to gain a money each, so she's going to get 4 money. And if you play 4 or more spells on your turn, any one hero can gain a money. So Hermione is going to get 4 to spend on this turn now. But, and this is the only time you can have tokens after the end of your turn, Harry now gets 1 extra to spend on his turn. And she has the Tales of Beedle the Bard, so she could either gain 2 for herself, or everybody would gain 1. And she's got 4 right now. If she wanted the 2 for herself, she could get Molly Weasley, which is all heroes gain a money and 2 health. Or she could be happy with 5 and get Fawkes, and then Harry would get 1 as well. I think she's going to do that. So she's going to play this, so everybody gets 1. So she has 5, so she can get Fawkes, and he goes in Hermione's discard pile. But Harry gets another 1, so he's got 2 before he even plays anything on his turn. And the new card for Hogwarts is Finite Incantatem, and remove a marker from the location. So if we buy that and play it, we can start taking these off before things get too bad. So we're back to Harry. None of his new cards have come out yet. He draws a Dark Arts card, Dementor's Kiss. Active hero loses 2 health. Everyone else loses 1 health. Unfortunately, he hasn't got his invisibility cloak, so he's down to 4 health already. And Hermione loses 1 as well. She's in the same boat. So the 4 Alohamoras are going to give him 4 money plus 2 thanks to Hermione. So he is going to buy Molly Weasley with all of his cash. Actually, Tom Riddle would make Quirrell makes him lose another health, and then Tom Riddle means that thanks to the ally, he needs to lose 2 more health or discard a card. Rather than go down to 1 health, I think he would just have discarded Hedwig, but at least he's got Molly. He's got Expecto Patronum, so hopefully we can start taking these things off there. The new card for Hogwarts is Incendio. Gain a damage and draw a card. So let's see what Hermione can do. She needs a Dark Arts card. Obliviate. All heroes choose 1, discard a spell, or lose 2 health. So Harry is absolutely going to discard a spell. He'll just discard an Alohomora. And Hermione, I think we'll just do the same. This is going to be a damage turn for Hermione, I think. She's not going to buy anything. And she can't play 4, so it's not like she's losing out on her ability. Then she loses her health thanks to Quirrell, and she has 2 allies. So she either needs to discard 2 cards, or she loses 2 health for each. So she'll discard these 2 other cards, I think. That's a bit of a shame. So the card she's playing, she's going to play Fawkes for his healing ability, for his Phoenix Tears. And everyone heals 2. So Hermione's back to 5, Harry's back to 5. And then Crookshanks is going to do a damage to Tom Riddle. We're not getting the damage out very quickly here. And she needs to draw back up. No allies this time though, so Tom's not going to hurt her as much next time. So Harry needs a Dark Arts card, and it's Opugno. All heroes reveal the top card of their deck. If you reveal a card with a value of 1 or more money, discard it and lose 2 health. So Harry has got Firebolt, which costs nothing because it's his starting one, so that stays on top. And Hermione has Tales of Beedle the Bard, which again is a starting one and doesn't cost anything. So that event is done. And he needs to lose a health thanks to Quirrell. He doesn't have an ally, so he's okay there. So he is going to get 2 money, 3 money thanks to those spells. Then Expecto Patronum. He is going to do a damage and then remove a marker from the location. And Harry's special ability is the first time a marker is removed from the location each turn, any one hero can gain a damage. He's going to gain it himself. And he's going to apply both of them to Tom Riddle. So he's now got 5 damage and he's got 6 health. So he's very close to being defeated. And with his 3 money, Harry is just going to buy Finite because he wants more opportunities to remove dark marks from locations. So he's got a nice mixture for next turn. And what's new in Hogwarts? Ginny Weasley. Gain a damage and a money. So, Hermione. She is going to draw a Dark Arts card. Dementor's Kiss. She loses 2 health. Everyone else loses 1. Quirrell makes her lose another health. She is not looking great. And she doesn't have an ally in her hand, though, so she's okay there. She gets... all she's got is money. She's got 5 money. If she buys a spell, she can put it on top of her discard pile. Anyone can gain a money, though, because she is spending 4 spells. So Harry will get 1 ready for his next turn. So she's got 5 money. She is just going to buy Incendio. And thanks to her time turner, this can go on top of her deck rather than her discard pile. And the new card that comes out is Polyjuice Potion. Choose an ally you have played this turn. You may copy its effects. So Hermione needs some more cards from her discard pile. So mainly money, but she is going to get to do a damage next turn. Harry needs a Dark Arts card. Flipendo. Active hero loses a health and discards a card. So I'll lose a health and I will just discard a money. Then Quirrell makes me discard a money. And I don't have an ally, so Tom Riddle can't affect me. So I do have 2 money, thanks to Hermione sending me 1 over last turn. So I'll just buy Wingardium Leviosa with that, I think. Actually, I might get some more money. So, Finite. I can remove a marker from the location because it's the first time I've done that this turn. I can gain a damage. Quidditch Gear, gain a damage and a health. So I'm back up to 2. And Firebolt gives me another damage. And if I defeat a villain, also gain a money. So Tom Riddle is defeated. I will gain a money for that. And as soon as he's defeated, all heroes choose 1. Gain 2 health or search your discard pile for an ally and put it in your hand. Since Hermione doesn't have an ally and she's dangerously low on health, she's going to take the 2 health. And let's see, Harry doesn't have any in his discard pile, but he's quite low as well, so the health will do him good too. He has 2 damage left over, which can be put on Quirrell, and he has 3 money to spend. So rather than just Wingardium Leviosa, he could get Butterbeer. That seems nice. And then the money can go away. So now, at the end of his turn, we need to restock Hogwarts with some more Quidditch gear, and then Tom Riddle, all of the damage goes away. Tom Riddle is defeated and goes in the discard pile, and a new villain comes out for next turn. We have a Dementor. Active hero loses 2 health. We need to do something about these guys because everybody is losing 3 health a turn thanks to these 2 enemies. So Harry needs a new hand. That's what he's got for next turn. Hermione, let's see, she'll get a Dark Arts card. Petrification. All heroes lose a health and cannot draw extra cards this turn. Oh no. So now the villain abilities. Dementor does 2 damage, Quirrell does 1 damage, and Hermione is stunned. When you are stunned, discard all your tokens you've gained and half the cards in your hand rounded down. Add a marker to the location, and you can reset your health to 10 at the end of the turn. So it's not very punishing being stunned, really. You are adding things to the location, and certain villains, that can combo with them and make things really bad for you, but in this case it's not too bad. She's going to have to get rid of 2 of her cards. She'll just get rid of 2 Alohamoras, I think. So she's going to do a damage to Quirrell. She will gain 1 money, and I think she'll gain 3 herself, because then she can get some Quidditch gear. And that's the end of her turn, a bit shorter, but she gets back up to 10 health, so she can relax a little bit now. So that's her hand for next turn. Oh, what's new in Hogwarts? The Essence of Dittany. Any hero gains 2 health, and it's quite cheap. So Harry's turn, Dark Arts card. He who must not be named. He's back again, and he is going to put his dark mark on the Hogwarts Express. And then Harry needs to lose a health from Quirrell and 2 health from the Dementor, which would be terrible for him, but he can't take more than 1 damage at a time from each event. So he is hanging on there with 1 health. So he's going to play Molly Weasley. Everyone gains a money and 2 health. So 2 health there, and 1 money for Harry, 1 for Hermione. Hermione can't be healed, but still a very good card to come out. So 3 more money from Alohamoras, and 1 from the invisibility cloak. Means Harry has 5 altogether. I think he is going to grab Hagrid. Or maybe we should get Ginny. It's a little bit early for Ginny, but it's, you know, thematic. So he's 3 health. He's got 1 money spare, but that's not going to matter. And Expecto Patronum. That will be good for Harry to get. He needs a new hand. And Hermione's turn. Dark Arts card, Petrification. Everyone loses a health and can't draw new cards. Which isn't as bad. She doesn't have things she could have drawn with this turn. She does have a money to start with, so she'll get another one from Alohomora. Oh, she actually needs to lose all of that health, doesn't she? 1, 2, 3 from the villains. And she is going to try and do a lot of damage. She's going to do 2 from Fawkes. She's going to do 1 from Crookshanks. And that is Quirrell done. Everyone gains a money and a health, which is really good for Harry. Then she can get a damage and a health thanks to the Quidditch gear. And she has the Time Turner, so that's 1 more money. And if she gets a spell, she can put it on top of her deck. So she's got 4 money. Unfortunately, she can't get an Expecto Patronum. But I think she will get some help from Hagrid. And new card, it's Reparo. Was it Reparo or was it Reparo? I can't remember, actually. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's see. So she has a damage left to deal. She will deal it to the Dementor. So at the end of her turn, Quirrell is finished. And we can move on to the next villain. Have I said what the point of the game is? What the aim of the game is? The aim of the game is to defeat all of the villains. So we are, you know, there's 4 more in the deck after these 2. So Hermione's mostly got money again next turn. Needs a Dark Arts card. Expulso. Active hero loses 2 health. He hasn't got the invisibility cloak. Yeah, he's going to get stunned. So if a Dark Arts event or villain card causes you to discard a card, you lose a health as well. But the Dementor is going to make him lose 2 health, so he gets rid of the money he had held over. He needs to discard half his cards. He's just going to discard the money. He doesn't need to gain any money right now. But this will be quite a useful turn still for him. Expecto Patronum. He does a damage to the Dementor, and, well, that's quite good, isn't it? He's using it on the Dementor. And removes a thing from the location, which gives him another damage, which he'll put straight on the Dementor. And there's no point healing since he's already been stunned, so Hedwig will let him do another damage. And then, start of his next turn, he heals back to full and gets 5 cards. We should actually, though, since he was stunned, there should be another thing on there. So we're kind of dancing around 3. It's never got to more than 3 yet. So Hermione, she needs a Dark Arts card. And, oh, Tarantalegra. Active hero loses a health, cannot assign more than 1 damage to each villain this turn. That's annoying. But I don't think she can only do 1 damage anyway, so it's not actually annoying. Oh, actually, she needs to do 2 damage to Dementor, and she didn't have to discard a card, so she's safe. She will do a damage to the Dementor and heal, thanks to the Quidditch gear. So Dementor's on 5 damage out of his 8 health, and Hermione has 4 money. If she buys a spell, it can go on top of her deck. I think she will have... Yeah, she will take this to give her a bit more money, or maybe she can draw a card instead. And the new card is Oliver Wood, captain of the Gryffindor team. And that was it. I think that was it. So 5 more. 5 more for Hermione there. And Harry gets a card. Expulso. Active hero loses 2 health. He doesn't have the invisibility cloak, so he's down to 8. 2 more thanks to the Dementor. Thankfully, he didn't discard any cards, though, so Crabbe and Goyle don't affect him. So let's do Molly first. Everyone gains 2 health and 1 money. Then Finite can get rid of a marker from the location, which lets Harry do a damage to this Dementor, so he's on 6 now. Ginny, gain a money and do a damage. So Dementor's on 7. And Alohomora gives him 2 more money, so he's got 4 money altogether. I think he'd like Expecto Patronum, but he hasn't got enough. Oliver Wood. And that all goes away. What's new in Hogwarts? Incendio. So he needs a new hand. He's got the cloak though, so he's going to be a bit safer. Although the Dementors are going to be finished off. Hermione's going to finish off those Dementors. So, her Dark Arts card. Expulso, again. Lose 2 health. And so, let's see. Do a damage, draw a card. So she draws Hagrid. And, oh, she needs to lose the 2 health for the Dementor as well, doesn't she? So, we have defeated the Dementor. All heroes gain 2 health. And remove a damage from the location. Okay, what else has Hermione got? Quidditch gear, another damage and heal. Hagrid, do a damage, and everyone heals. Harry's at full. And then, so she's got 1, 2, 3, so she could have 4 or 5 money. I think she will give everyone a money, so Harry can get something. And then she will get Incendio. And that's her hand for next turn. The Dementor is gone. And instead we have Malfoy. Each time a marker is added to a location, active hero loses 2 health. So Harry's Dark Arts card. Flipendo. Active hero loses a health and discards a card. It's just going to be an Alohomora. But thanks to that, he's going to lose another thanks to Crabbe and Goyle. So let's see, 2 money from the Alohomoras. Quidditch gear lets him do a damage and heal. And then the invisibility cloak is going to give him another money. So altogether, he's got 4 money. Oh, we didn't update Hogwarts. It's got the Nimbus 2001. Oh, he hasn't got 5 money. That'd be perfect for him. Let's see. So he's got a damage. He's just going to apply it to Crabbe and Goyle, and we can try and get rid of them on Hermione's turn. And I think that's it. What does he want to buy, though? He's got 4 money. Yeah, he's going to get Trelawney. So 4 money, because if he draws an Alohomora as part of his 2 cards and then chooses to discard it, or whatever he draws, if he chooses to discard the Alohomora, it turns that into 2 money rather than 1. So, you know, and it gives him some more cards in his hand. So, Reparo again. Okay, Hermione's turn. He who must not be named, add a marker to the location. And we know that means that she's going to lose 2 health. She didn't discard a card though, so she's okay there. She will use Crookshanks to deal a damage to Crabbe and Goyle. And that means that everyone draws a card because they have been defeated. Then she will do 2 damage to Malfoy. She will do a damage and heal a health. Then, let's see, if she drew a card from this, she's not gonna have enough damage to finish off Malfoy. But she could get 2, 3, 4 money, which would buy her not a lot. Let's see what comes out. She's going to draw a card with it. This is okay, actually, because now she is going to get to draw. She's got 4 spells to play now. So she's only going to have 3 money rather than the 4 she could have had. But now Harry can gain a money because of her ability. So she's got 3 money. She is going to grab a Polyjuice potion. She's got a lot of allies. And then new in Hogwarts, it's another Essence of Dittany. So Harry's turn. Relatio. All heroes choose 1, discard an item, or lose 2 health. I think Harry's just going to lose 2 health. Hermione, yeah, she's just going to lose 2 health as well. So Harry is going to play Butter... All right, let's look at the things. Nobody discarded a card, and nobody added things to the location, so we're okay. Butterbeer. Any 2 heroes each gain a money and a health. Then Finite. And we can remove 1 of the 2 markers from the Hogwarts Express, which gives Harry a damage. Then Quidditch Gear. That's another damage, and he can heal. Then Firebolt gives him another damage. Is this enough? This is enough to defeat Malfoy. Brilliant. So he's got 3 damage. He's going to apply all of that to Malfoy. Oh, no. When did Crabbe and Goyle get defeated? Oh, that was on Hermione's turn. So it's not been too long. So we can look, and Peter Pettigrew came out at the end of Hermione's turn. A bit of weird backtracking here. There he is. And active hero reveals this. Harry should have done this. He hasn't drawn a card, so it still counts. If its value is 1 or more, discard it and add a token to the location. This is one of his starting cards, so he's safe. So nothing bad happened there. Our reward is remove 1 from the location. Unfortunately, Harry's ability doesn't apply again, but there are no tokens on the Hogwarts Express now. And Harry can gain 2 money, and he has 2 here. So 4 altogether, still not quite enough for the Nimbus 2001. So he is going to take Reparo. Yeah, let's give him 1 as well. The new card in Hogwarts is Dumbledore. All heroes gain a damage, a money, and a health, and draw a card, but it costs 8. But that's a really, really, really nice card. You know, it should be powerful. It's Dumbledore. So that's what he's got available. A lot of allies. It's good that Tom Riddle came out early. Malfoy can clear off. And new villain is Lucius Malfoy. Each time markers are added to the location, remove a damage from all villains. So Malfoy is going to help heal the villains. So Hermione needs a Dark Arts card, but they've all gone. You just reshuffle the deck. So her event is Dementor's Kiss. Lose 2 health. Everyone else loses 1. So she's down to 4. Harry's down to 8. And nothing got added to the location. She needs to reveal the top card. If it costs 1 or more, it doesn't. It's a free starting one. So let's see. Incendio. Gain a damage, draw a card. And we know what it is. So she's got 3 Alohamoras. And that is 4 spells. So Harry can get a money as well. Then Quidditch Gear. That's another damage and she can heal. And the Time Turner is another money. And if she buys a spell, it can go on top of her deck. So what does she have? 3, 4, 5. Let's see. She could get Expecto Patronum. Maybe she should get the Broomstick. Yeah, I think she's going to do it because it's just damage. And Harry's good having the remove markers anyway. So she's going to take that. It's not a spell, so it goes in a discard pile. And she's got 2 damage. I think she will start to get rid of Malfoy because he's going to heal villains. And we don't want that. So we're back to Harry. And Hand of Glory, lose a health, add a thing to the location. So that's added there, and we need to heal everybody 1, thanks to Malfoy. And Peter Pettigrew's ability, it's free again. Got quite lucky on these look at your deck abilities. So let's see what happens. Hedwig is going to give him a damage. He doesn't need to heal right now. Molly Weasley is going to give everyone a money and 2 health. So Harry definitely doesn't need to heal. Ginny gives him another damage and a money. And then Alohomora is 2 money. So he's got 2 damage, and we'll put that on Malfoy. And then 5 money. He could finally get the Broomstick, but sadly Hermione got there first. He will take Expecto Patronum again. And the new card that comes out is another Quidditch Gear. So Hermione. Flipendo. Active hero loses a health and discards a card. She'll just discard Alohomora. And she needs to reveal the top card of her deck. It's a free one. So, Incendio, she will do a damage and draw a card. She'll get a money from Alohomora. Hagrid, gain a damage. All heroes gain a health. So Harry's back to full. Time Turner. So she gets a spell, she can put it on top of her deck. So what does she want? There's nothing that costs 5, so she's going to use Beedle the Bard to give everyone a money, just so Harry gets something. And I think that's it. So she's going to get some Quidditch gear. And then let's see what new comes out. Petrificus Totalis. Gain a damage and choose a villain until the start of your next turn. That villain's ability doesn't trigger. And you've got some tokens in the box as a reminder for that ability. And then her 2 damage is just going to go straight onto Malfoy. So Harry needs a Dark Arts card. Dementor's Kiss. Active hero loses 2 health, but he's got the invisibility cloak, so he only loses 1. And everyone else loses a health, so Hermione does. Then Malfoy, nothing went on there. Peter Pettigrew. It's free again. Crazy, crazy, crazy luck. So let's see. Sybil Trelawney, draw 2 cards and then discard 1. So draw 2 cards, and if you discard a spell, gain 2. He's going to discard Alohomora, so a card that was worth 1 is now worth 2. Then there's another one there, so you can gain a money and another one. And then Expecto Patronum, he can get a damage and remove a marker from the location, which gives him another damage. He can get a money from the invisibility cloak and then gain a damage. And how much damage has Malfoy got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is brilliant. So I think I've already had the token for Oliver. So 2 of that damage is going to get assigned to Malfoy. He's defeated. If you defeat a villain, anyone gains 2 health. Let's say Hermione can heal. The other damage will go on Pettigrew. And as a reward, everyone gains a money, remove a mark from the location. There are none on there. We're doing really well for that. And I think Harry is sadly 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's just short of Dumbledore. So he will get Petrificus Totalis. And the Marauders map has come out for next time. So Hermione needs a card. Relatio. All heroes choose 1, discard an item or lose 2 health. Let's see, she doesn't want to discard her Quidditch gear. She's going to just lose 2 health, I think. So's Harry. But I'm getting ahead of myself yet again. Lucius was defeated. So at the end of Harry's turn, the Basilisk came out. The big villain that everyone remembers from book 3. Although not really, obviously. It's another thing where, like Quirrell and Tom Riddle, things that never came back, do keep coming back. So heroes cannot draw new cards while the Basilisk is out. So let's see what Hermione can do. She's got 3 Alohomoras, so that's just 3 more money. And she's going to play Reparo to draw a card, but that is 4 spells, so Harry gets a money. And the card she drew, though, first she needs to do Peter Pettigrew's thing. This would have been discarded and a thing added to the location. So the card she actually drew is the Nimbus 2001. That's better. So she can gain a damage and heal thanks to the Quidditch gear. And the Nimbus 2001 gives her 2 damage. It's not going to be enough. She can't draw cards. She doesn't have this. So you didn't see that. She can't draw cards because of the Basilisk. So that's a shame. We've both got things that let us draw more cards. But Pettigrew's ability is more annoying, I think. There we go. And she's got 4 money. Although things aren't likely to come back at the moment. We've got such big decks. 4. She will get... She'll get this. And then the new card for Hogwarts is another Butterbeer. So Harry needs a Dark Arts card. Petrification, everyone loses a health and cannot draw cards. Well, we couldn't anyway, so there. Let's see, Finite. Let's remove that solitary marker, and Harry's going to get a damage marker. Any 2 heroes can gain 1 money and 1 health. So Harry will do it, and Hermione will do it. And there's no point picking draw a card, because we can't do that, so he will get 2 money. Molly gives everyone a money and 2 health. So everyone is looking great for money and health, but not really doing that much damage. Another damage marker and healing for Harry. So he can do 2 more to Pettigrew, and he hasn't done Pettigrew's thing, has he? It's a free card, so he's okay. And that's it for his turn. Oh, no, it isn't. He's got 5 cash. He's going to get the Marauder. Is there any point getting the Marauders map? Draw a load of cards. He'll get Butterbeer with 3 of his 5. And then, oh, Sirius Black. And then, yeah, he'll use the other 2 to just get Essence of Dittany in case he needs some healing. But his deck was shuffled quite recently, so I don't know if we're going to get to his cards. But that's his money spent anyway. Okay, Hermione. Expulso, lose 2 health. Not too bad. She's got quite a lot of health. She can't draw cards. Reveal the top card of her deck. It's free, so it's okay. So she is going to get 1 damage. She can't draw the card. 2 money. And then, did she have an ally? No. So she can't copy an ally because that came out at the wrong time. Nimbus 2001, she gets 2 damage though. And how much has Pettigrew got on him? He's got 4, another 3 from Hermione, and her Nimbus 2000 says if you defeat a villain, also gain 2 money. And Pettigrew's ability, all heroes may search their discard pile for a spell and put it in their hand. Well, Hermione has got 6 money. She is going to grab Reparo and use it for 2 more money. She's got 8. She's going to get Dumbledore. And he's about to get shuffled in. Maybe we'll see him. And she did play 4 spells now, so Harry can grab a money. And we're getting there. We're really getting there. Remove 1 from the location as well. There's nothing on there, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately. That's very good for us, in fact. So Pettigrew is gone. Harry, Tarantalegra again. Active hero loses a health, cannot assign more than 1 damage this turn. That's a shame. Actually, I don't think he's got damage. So Trelawney's ability is no good, because we can't draw cards. Alohomora gives him 3 money, and he will do Petrificus Totalis, so he gets a damage onto the Basilisk, and he puts this on it to show that until the start of Harry's next turn, the Basilisk's ability is not going to happen. So Hermione is going to be able to draw cards. Oh, we didn't refill Hogwarts. Wingardium Leviosa. So he has 4 money. He will buy another Finite, although it doesn't look like there's going to be much added to the location at this point. So let's do Hermione's new hand, and she's got a lot of allies, but this would be the perfect time for Polyjuice Potion to come out, but no, Dumbledore or the Polyjuice Potion did not make an appearance. So, Petrification, everyone loses a health and cannot draw cards. Oh, no. I don't think she's got something that gives her new cards, though, so it's okay. So, get 2 damage, heal 2 health, thanks to those 2 Quidditch gears. Hagrid, gain a damage, everyone heals 1. Fawkes, she will choose the 2 damage, and Crookshanks, she will choose the 1 damage. And that is 2, 4, 6. So close. That's 6 plus the 1, that's 7 out of 8 damage on the Basilisk. So surely Harry is going to finish this off. Poison, all heroes choose 1, discard an ally or lose 2 health. He'll lose 2 health. The Basilisk means he can't draw cards. That ability is activated again. But he is going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to the Basilisk. It is done for. We'll forego the rest of his turn because the Hogwarts Battle has been won. That was game 3 of Hogwarts Battle, and as I say, this is the starting point that the rulebook recommends if you know what a deck builder is. And you know, it's still going to add a lot more. There are 4 more games after this for it to add things bit by bit. And so that was game 3. I hope that gives you a good idea of how the game in general goes. It's standard deck builder kind of thing of standard 2 currency deck builder. But thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to know what I think, then I'll put the card on the screen. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next video. Bye.